When Ann Felton was a little girl growing up in Corpus Christi, Texas, she had no idea she had so many adventures ahead of her. Now the walls and shelves of her office are covered with awards earned for a lifetime of achievement giving to others.
Was very active in the Young Republicans and continued to be active in that arena. But it really started for me in college at that time, and I've always enjoyed being involved in politics, and I think everyone should educate themselves as to the candidates and the issues and the policies and all this, and so that's been a very important part, and that's probably where I started volunteering initially. Then I became very involved in the arts and have always enjoyed the arts. I've chaired the Allied Arts Campaign. I was chairman of the board of the Oklahoma City Art Museum for several years, so I was intimately involved in that arena. I've always been very interested in education, and I served on the state school board for 6 years. I was appointed by Governor Keating. And then healthcare issues. I was married to a thoracic and cardiovascular surgeon for 35 years, and so I was very intimately involved in the medical community too. And then in 1990, I was recruited to the board of the Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity, and never intended to stay this long, but now I'm into my 18th year and I'm loving every bit of it. And it's been a real spiritual journey for me, and it's been a real education for me because I really didn't know anything about housing or housing issues. But there is a great need for affordable housing in our community, and I feel like we've been able to help in that arena with this ministry that we do. And in 1990, when I first was recruited to the board, we had a budget of $160,000. We didn't have any staff, we didn't have an office. Now today, 18 years later, we build about 50 houses a year, and our budget is $6.5 million.
Out of 1,800 Habitat for Humanity organizations across the country, Central Oklahoma's Habitat for Humanity is 7th in the nation, building 50 houses a year. How does she do it?
I mean, I love the quote from Margaret Mead, never doubt that a small group of people can change the world. It's really the only thing that has. And just to give you an example, in 1990 with Habitat, we had a very small group of people that were involved. And I mean, we have grown, but we were diligent. I mean, it was something we really believed in, and not everything worked that we tried. This is our business and ongoing fundraiser, the renovation station, where we sell new and used building materials. And as you can see, we have a little bit of everything. Our trucks go out on a daily basis to pick up donations. And sometimes people will decide to renovate their kitchen, and everything in it is really in good condition and working. They just want something new. So we will go into their house and take out their ovens and ranges and all sorts of things and refrigerators, and we sell them. And the revenue from this business goes directly into our construction budget. And just to give you an example, this business will gross over $2 million this year. And we will build 4 or 5 houses from the revenue from this business. Plus, we employ about 14 people here. So I think it's a good place to work. We offer good benefits. And it's also serves the community well because, as I said earlier, we have the best prices in town. So people need to shop with us often.
Central Oklahoma Habitat for Humanity creates new communities like Hope Crossing, where they're building 220 all-brick energy-efficient homes on 59 acres. And for some children in Hope Crossing, it's the first time they can play outside in a safe environment. For the proud homeowners, it's a life-changing experience.
And my heart goes out to the single moms, and so many of our single moms have gone back to school and gotten their degrees, and I see that they're making a lot more money now, and I just love to see that. And someone asked me not too long ago, well, when they're making more money, do you raise their house payment? Well, absolutely not. We say, praise the Lord. Now they can have a savings account for the first time in their life, or maybe they can take their children on a vacation. So we just think it's wonderful. There is one tiny little thing that sets Habitat apart from other mortgage companies and banks, and that is we don't charge interest. We sell the house for exactly what we have it into it to the family. And I'm often asked by bankers and businessmen why we don't charge interest, and I'm quick to tell them that this is the economics of Jesus, and it works very well. As I said, we build 25 houses a year now from our mortgage base, so it's working very well for us.
Honored to be the only woman in this distinguished group of outstanding men, this mother of 5 children, grandmother to 10 children, happily newly remarried wife, and a Stevens minister in her church, Ann Felton certainly deserves an award for lifetime achievement. For her tireless energy, enthusiasm for life, participation in the arts, education, politics, her community, and her passion for people in need to make the dream of owning their own home a reality, we are honored to award Ann Felton the Lifetime Achievement Award.